East Africa is home to several countries with diverse economies. These countries have experienced significant economic growth in recent years, driven by factors such as foreign investment, tourism, and the development of natural resources. Despite this progress, however, many of the countries in East Africa still face significant challenges in terms of poverty and inequality. It is generally agreed that East Africa has seen a lot of growth and development within the past 10 years, but that has not happened at an equal pace across the region. Nevertheless, here are the top 10 largest economies in East Africa.
10. Malawi GDP, $13.16 billion. Malawi, with a GDP of $13 billion, holds the 10th position among the largest economies in East Africa.
Agriculture constitutes a significant portion of Malawi's economy, and the country has made substantial investments in this sector. Additionally, the services industry also contributes to its economic growth. However, Malawi is still regarded as one of the poorest countries in the continent due to extreme poverty rates and a low GDP per capita. Despite facing challenges related to food insecurity and natural disasters, Malawi's economy has shown resilience and potential for further growth. 9. Madagascar GDP, $14.95 billion. Madagascar's GDP is estimated at $14.95 billion, making it the 9th largest economy in East Africa. Madagascar registered sporadic economic growth from 2017 through 2019, and then suffered a contraction in 2020, mainly due to the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Growth resumed in 2021 and is expected to pick up to 4.2% in 2023, and 4.6% in 2024, driven by a modest rebound in consumer spending and private investment. The agricultural sector contributed 29% of Malagasy GDP in 2021. With insufficient domestic demand, Madagascar's economy is dependent on the exportation of their agricultural products.
Madagascar's other sources of growth are tourism, agriculture, and the extractive industries.
8. Mozambique GDP, $17.85 billion. Mozambique has a GDP of $17.8 billion, making it the 8th largest economy in East Africa. The country's economy is driven by agriculture, industry, and services sectors. Fiscal reforms, including the introduction of value-added tax and customs service reforms, have contributed to improved government revenue collection. The country's natural gas discoveries have also provided potential for significant economic growth and foreign investment.
7. Zimbabwe GDP, $20 billion. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country in southeastern Africa, known for its dramatic landscape and diverse wildlife, much of it within parks, reserves, and safari areas.
With a GDP of $20.6 billion, the economy of Zimbabwe is the 7th largest economy in Eastern Africa, and the 18th largest economy in Africa. The main foreign exports of Zimbabwe are minerals, gold, and agriculture.
Tourism also plays a key role in Zimbabwe's economy.
6. Zambia GDP, $29.7 billion. Zambia's GDP stands at $29 billion, and it has been one of the fastest-growing economies in Africa during the early 21st century. The country's economy is heavily dependent on copper mining, though it has faced challenges due to declining copper prices, fiscal deficits, and energy shortages. Zambia's government has been implementing reforms to attract investment, diversify the economy, and address macroeconomic imbalances. 5. Uganda GDP, $45.5 billion. With a GDP of $45.5 billion, Uganda has the 5th largest economy in East Africa. The country has experienced accelerated economic growth, supported by the services sector, mining output, and steady agricultural growth. Uganda's ample natural resources, including fertile land and mineral deposits, play a crucial role in driving its economic progress. However, Uganda also faces challenges related to infrastructure development, education, and governance. 4. Sudan GDP, $51.6 billion. Sudan's GDP of $52 billion places it as a prominent economy in East Africa, and it is currently the 4th largest economy in the region. Its economic growth is driven primarily by mining and agriculture, as well as income from oil transit fees and a transitional financial agreement with South Sudan. Sudan's economy has witnessed transformation amid political changes and efforts to attract foreign investment. However, it also faces challenges related to fiscal management, diversification, and post-conflict recovery. 3. Tanzania GDP, $75.71 billion. Tanzania has the third largest economy in East Africa, and the 11th largest economy in Africa overall. The country's economy heavily relies on agriculture, which employs about half of its workforce. Tourism, mining, and natural gas exploration are also significant contributors to Tanzania's economic landscape. Tanzania's efforts to improve infrastructure, attract foreign investment, and develop strategic sectors have contributed to its steady economic growth. 2. Kenya GDP, $113.4 billion. Boasting a GDP of $113.4 billion, Kenya holds the second largest economy in East Africa and the seventh largest economy in Africa. Nairobi serves as a major regional commercial hub, and the country's economic growth is fueled by tourism, financial intermediation, agriculture, and construction. Kenya's strong performance in tourism, higher education, and telecommunications has contributed to its steady economic expansion. Additionally, Kenya's ambitious Vision 2030 development plan aims to transform the country into a newly industrialized, middle-income country by 2030.
Ethiopia GDP, $126.7 billion.
With a GDP of $126.78 billion, Ethiopia stands as one of the fastest-growing economies in East Africa. Its economic growth has been mainly driven by the services and agriculture sectors. Ethiopia's strategic location and government's focus on industrialization and infrastructure development have made it an attractive destination for foreign investment and trade. The country's youthful population, improving business environment, and expanding telecommunications sector further contribute to its economic dynamism. So, there you have it, viewers. The top 10 largest economies in East Africa. Make sure to press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't miss any of our future uploads regarding the interesting continent of Africa.
Thanks for watching this one. Catch you all in the next.